Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart and welcome to a very weird part of our D&D December video lineup. Today we are looking at the two fictional cartoon characters that stars in the cult classic 90s movie, Space Jam. And be sure to... No!
Do it.
Cinema!
You know what will happen if you don't read my call to action.
Be sure to slam that like button so we know you're welcome to the jam. Then the party people in the house, let's go and click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And DJ, ring that bell, turn it up so you'll all get notifications. Anyway, let's look into the first of our characters, Bugs Bunny. Bugs is the master of chaos in the world of Looney Tunes. Very little gets under his skin, and he's willing to leave anyone else alone. However, if the angry Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, Marvin the Martian, or bitter Daffy try to fuck with him, Bugs will fuck right back with interest. He's a good-natured rabbit, but has a position of power and trust within the community, as we can see. As such, though, we will label Bugs as chaotic neutral. Now, on to the real cartoon character of this movie, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a fictional character that grew up aspiring to play basketball and baseball at a young age. And while he had a talent for basketball, baseball was much harder for him. Still, Michael is polite to everyone, with a respectable sports ball guy, and he's seen as a legend. That's a sentence that I fucked up, but I'm keeping it in. Because he's a pretty decent guy living his life and doing the things, we'll label the fictional character of Michael Jordan at true neutral. And did you guys know that in order to prepare for this role, Michael Jordan played 9 seasons of professional basketball and won 3 national championships? Man, what a commitment to the role. Props off to this actor, this legend. And with that out of the way, let's go. I know I dunked on it in the beginning, but this opening actually is awesome. Nat 20 song, Nat 20 intro, shut up. You can't argue with me. I don't care, it's good.
I just feel at this particular time that I reached the pinnacle of my basketball career.
After winning 3 consecutive NBA championships and the Olympics. Really? What? Oh, he did! Oh my god! Michael unexpectedly announces that he'll be retiring from basketball. He says he's reached his peak and he's ready to follow in his father's footsteps. True neutral. Too bad Michael's baseball career starts out rocky. He's polite to fellow players and accepts help from the catcher, but ultimately goes with his gut on plays. Still, he's got a publicist, even if he doesn't want one. Let's go with chaotic neutral. During a routine rabbit season hunt, Bugs gets unexpected help from the Nerdlucks who are looking for him. Considering his relationship with at least Marvin, Bugs does his comedy shtick and tries to leave, only to be caught. Chaotic neutral.
Thanks for the ride, Sherm. Appreciate it.
It's Stan, Mike.
Sorry.
But that's all right. You can call me Sherm if you want to.
After accepting Stan's help, Michael tries to relax at home, even after encountering the legendary Charles. And he's a very legendary encounter. Yes, he is. Yes, he... Sorry. Michael tries to relax and cheer up his son and kids. Neutral good. Calling all the Looney Tunes for an emergency meeting, Bugs and the others learn their fate. Pulling a fast one to at least give them a sporting chance, Bugs and the others work together to give them an edge and challenge the aliens to basketball. Lawful good, weirdly enough.
A shocking development. 5 NBA players have been placed on the disabled list in the last...
On the road, Michael witnesses several high-profile basketball stars suddenly lose their talent. Not that he sees the real culprits. He has no problem with this, continuing life as it is. True Sigma male mentality. True neutral. Practicing legitimately, even if they don't know the finer rules of basketball, Bugs witnesses the once minuscule Nerdlucks turned into the supersized mon-stars. Realizing how boned they are, Bugs decides to get some outside help. Mind you, kidnapping someone is kind of messed up, but let's give a charitable chaotic good on this one. Feel free to argue that.
The NBA has to face reality. What's happening to these players is serious.
During a routine golf game, Michael insists to Bill Murray to maybe not get into basketball. It's less about the potential disease and more that Bill can't play. However, his game is interrupted when he is yanked into the Looney Tunes and is told about their dilemma. Michael refuses, insisting that he's a baseball player now. Because that's the problem. Chaotic neutral.
You're all washed up, Baldy.
Baldy?
After getting a tour of the facilities, learning about the tunes, and seeing the Mon-Stars in action, Michael only fights back when Tweety is hurt. Michael snaps out of retirement to join the Toon Squad. Neutral good.
Let's play some basketball.
Hi, my name is Lola Bunny.
Lola?
Yes.
Ah, Bugs. Even you aren't immune to being chaotic cornied.
Anyone lend me a pair of sneakers?
Ready to practice, Michael asks if someone can go and get his basketball gear from home. Mind you, he doesn't tell Bugs or Daffy to let his family know, so I suppose lawful good, because if he told his family what was up, they would find the Looney Tune land. This is hard. I don't know what to do with this one. I'm going to say lawful good and stick with it.
Whoa! Oh, what? We're right in front of Michael's house. I knew that.
With Daffy's help, Bugs B&Es his way through Jordan's home. Things look dire when Bugs is up against what has to be a level 20 good boy, but is saved by the kids. He thanks them and gives them a heads up on where their dad is. Neutral good on Bugs' part. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong about the lawful good on Michael. Someone debate me in the comments on that ding. I'm still lost.
Thank God you're all right. You're all right.
With his gear, MJ begins to get his groove back before Stan returns. Despite the fact that he needs to go back and play baseball, MJ insists he can't leave the Looney Tunes. His friends and politely suggest that Stan be a bench warmer. Lawful good.
Set the ticket to the rack, Jack.
Those mon-stars will wish they'd never been born.
After enough training, co-captains Bugs and MJ get to work, with MJ insisting to have fun and not put pressure on themselves. Too bad, despite some good teamwork, the Mon-Stars are fighting dirty and crush them in the first half. Lawful good for both of them.
Situation many times before. We can still win this thing. It's not over with.
Realizing that things are tough and worse still, the Mon-Stars have the NBA's talent, Michael refuses to give up on his new friends and old opponents. He tries to inspire the group, only this does not work. Still though, lawful good.
Finished? Great speech and all, Doc. You had him riveted. But, didn't you forget something?
Knowing his teammates better than Michael Jordan, Bugs opts to instead use Michael's secret stuff. And that joke was definitely better back before the 2000s. That's not a lewd joke either. That's a doping joke. That's what that is. And while it's just plain water, it does do the trick, and even Michael plays along to inspire the placebo effect. Chaotic good for the both of them. With new confidence, MJ, Bugs, and the Two Squad begin catching up and playing chaotic. Even MJ isn't immune as he uses Pepe to get some points in. Chaotic good.
Looks like a basketball player to me. He's the one I want for Moron Mountain.
Hey!
Hearing the Mon-Stars boss Swackhammer losing it, MJ decides to go over and make a deal during the timeout. He decides to risk his own freedom to get the NBA's talent back. Pretty noble stuff, even if this causes the Mon-Stars to begin plowing through the players. Lawful good. And a quick neutral good for saving Lola at the cost of his own safety. Tunes may be malleable, but the Mon-Stars are hitting hard enough to keep the players benched.
Okay.
With dwindling players, MJ gets desperate. He tries to tell the others the power was inside them all along. After that fails, though, MJ puts Stan into play, which gets them closer to winning and inspires an idea. Lawful good. With enough players to do one more play, MJ goes for the hoop. Using the powers of Toon logic, MJ wins the game and saves the Looney Tunes. And with some encouragement, MJ frees the Mon-Stars from Swackhammer and gets the NBA's talent back. Lawful good.
You gotta give my friends their talent back.
Do we have to?
And with the day saved and the Looney Tunes accepting the nerd lucks among the group, and they say their goodbyes to MJ, who then rushes off to meet his big game. Neutral good.
Been getting your butts kicked, haven't you?
That's mine. That's mine.
Hey, man, what you doing here?
Returning home to play, Michael gives the NBA players their talent back. Planning on leaving them at it, some ribbing from the guys and his own misadventures inspires his royal airness. He returns to basketball, with the Looney Tunes safe and his career continuing for another few years. Lawful good, and what a nice capstone for this completely fictional character. Space Jam is fun, and it's just pure 90s nostalgia and nonsense. I don't think a movie like this could be made again today, and I don't mean just the sequel. There's just something here that works, and it's just kind of lost in the LeBron James version. If you guys want me to make that version of the video, this one needs to do well, because God, that movie hurt just to look at the commercials. Can't imagine how much it's gonna hurt just to watch it and analyze it again. It's a silly movie that was inspired by a commercial, and yet there was enough heart into it to make it work. Bugs is pretty close to his classic ways as someone who keeps mostly to himself with some good prankster tendencies throughout the movie. But when push comes to shove, Bugs is a good person. Michael is a straight man, however, who is put into a group full of wacky personalities, also Stan and Bill Murray. Classic comedy rules though, so whatever. If this video does well, I will try to look at New Legacy, but sure, I don't know. What other movies do you want us to cover that could possibly fit this weird little aesthetic we're going for? If you guys know, comment below and we'll give this another shot. Thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you all next time.